Good afternoon, boys and girls, and welcome back to reading. As you can see, we are continuing our lesson on folk tales, and the particular folk tale we are continuing to work with is Why the Sky is Far Away. Okay, so I'm just going to start off with today's reading target. So here we go. I can demonstrate knowledge of distinguishing characteristics of well-known children's literature, such as folk tales. So our learning target is the same as it was from yesterday. It's because we are still learning the same thing, and we are just diving a little bit deeper into what we have already read. So from yesterday, why don't we go ahead and just think about a couple of things before we get into this particular page. Boys and girls, think about how the characters behaved at the beginning of the story. What do you think? Well, what I think, based off of what we read, was at the beginning of this story, the people were very wasteful. They were very wasteful, and I think in a way they just kept on using the sky and just not using what they were supposed to be using. They were just being a little greedy, just taking more, and more. And the sky was not okay with that. The sky basically said, okay, enough is enough. You need to stop wasting my gift to you. So if you do not change your ways, I'm taking it away forever. So that's basically what happened in the beginning of the story. Now, because of what the sky had basically warned the people, notice the consequences of the characters' actions. The characters' actions did change because the Oba basically declared to make sure to let all the other villages know that, hey, we need to not be wasteful. We only take what we need, and that is it. So, as you can see, the characters did change, although all except for one, Adis. So now, boys and girls, I want you to ask yourselves how the characters change their behavior at the end and what actions show that they have learned a lesson. I want you to think about that. Okay, so what lesson do you think that they learned? Well, authors don't always want to tell you exactly what the lesson was. Sometimes, boys and girls, you have to infer the theme. Infer the message, meaning you have to decipher and be detectives, figure it out on your own based on the clues in the reading. And that's what we're going to be doing today, especially on this page, 67 of the book. Okay, so, because in today's task, what you're going to be doing on your own is you have copies of the book in this format in a PDF, and you are going to be focusing on these blue highlighted boxes that are labeled close read. You guys are going to be doing all these tasks that are on each page. So you're going to skip 67 because you're going to see how I am doing page 67 for the close reading. So I'm going to read the directions it tells us. So infer theme. So in this part right here, it's telling us that the theme message is hidden within here. Underline sentences that help you infer the theme or central message of the folktale. So the message is in here somewhere in this particular page. Okay, well, let's go ahead and I'm going to reread this part, and then I am going to underline the part that I believe is the actual theme. So here we go. So one morning at sunrise, the sky turned very dark. Thick black clouds gathered over the Oba's palace, and a great voice boomed out from above. Oba, mighty one, your people have wasted my gifts. I am tired of seeing myself on heaps of garbage everywhere. I warn you, do not waste my gifts any longer, or they will no longer be yours. The Oba, in terror, sent messengers carrying the sky's warning to every corner of the land. In every village, people were told about the sky's unhappiness. The children were warned never to take a piece of sky unless they were truly hungry. So, rereading this page, there's a lot of messages in here. but one sentence in particular that basically told me what the theme was is this part right here. Your people have wasted my gifts. I am tired of seeing myself on heaps of garbage everywhere. That particularly tells me that this is the theme. And boys and girls, just based on this tiny little part, the theme of the story is basically telling us, do not waste. I'm also going to underline this. Do not waste my gifts any longer, or they will no longer be yours. That too. So everything underlined in this paragraph only. Basically, I think what the theme of this story is, don't be wasteful. So I'm going to write that right here. Don't be wasteful. That is a pretty good lesson to learn, boys and girls. Do not be wasteful. This can apply to our real lives today. If we take too much food from our homes, like we take more than we can eat, and then we have a lot of food left over on our plate that we're wasting when other people in the world barely have any food, that is a lesson that needs to be learned. So we only take what we need in order to survive. So this is definitely a good lesson to learn, not only in this story, but in our own lives as well. Okay, boys and girls, so this was just a quick little video of how I modeled what exactly you are going to be doing for today's lessons. So the next step that you're going to be doing on Schoology, you are going to reread the story, Why the Sky is Far Away. Okay, you're going to reread the story again. And along the way, you are going to be answering the close reading activities. Some are about vocabulary, some are about highlighting, some are about circling certain words. So make sure that you are reading on each page the close reading part. The reason why we're doing this, boys and girls, is so that you can have a deeper and better understanding about why this story was made and how the story is made as well. Because if we don't understand what we're reading, how are we supposed to answer questions and to learn from these stories? Okay? All right, boys and girls, it has been a pleasure to teach you today. Again, if you are struggling, make sure to rewatch this video again. You can watch this video as many times as you want. And also, don't forget, at 12, Mrs. Strasbaugh is available to help guide you on anything that you have questions on. All right, I will see you later. Bye!